Hello guys and welcome back to the first video about FeatherPanel. And in today's video I will be talking about what FeatherPanel is, what FeatherPanel can do, what FeatherPanel can't do, and I'll also show you guys how to install FeatherPanel on your VM and what nice plugins I managed to port for today's video. Of course, FeatherPanel comes with his own plugin system, which is really nice, which also makes it much lighter, much better, and built in rather than having Blueprint. And it also supports drag and drop installs from the UI, so you won't have to recompile your whole app and you won't break security risks. This is how FeatherPanel looks. This is a quick demo of how the panel looks. Nothing too fancy, nothing too much. The panel is also 20 times faster than normal pterodactyl, as it's built from the ground up rather than basing on other pterodactyl forks like JBL, pterodactyl, pelican, pyrodactyl, and other billion panels that exist. Then it's 204 times lighter than any other panel. This doesn't count for build and file system size. Both of them are counted. Then it also comes with the great security options. Reinforced TLS 143. We use AES 256 or XChacha 20, depends what you want to use to encrypt the database. Support for TUFA, as it should, and better activities that you can actually read and do something with, unlike in Pterodactyl where you have a billion pages of nonsense. Of course, it comes with native support with plugins. They can do anything they please without having to deal with builds, refreshing. The plugin SDK is really easy. I had a couple of devs try out FeatherPanel's SDK. Of course, it isn't as powerful as Blueprint goes in certain situations, but it's really more easier to understand, more things to do by itself, and overall a better experience. No errors, no debugging needed, and it works in any panel, and it works with any add-on too. It's 100% compatible with every game, just like Pterodactyl, and it's fully customizable with a bunch of customizations. Of course, we integrate ourselves with MySQL, Postgres, and Redis, SMTP, and Cloudflare. Those are integrations that we really have worked to add. There are some performance benchmarks. Oh, we can see that FeatherPanel beats everything by a lot. And that's really awesome to note that those are performance on this CPU right here. On Debian 13, the VM was always reset and the tests were accounted for latency and other stuffs. It's loved by new hosting providers. I heard a lot of feedbacks that the panel is great and they have never heard of it because it's new and they started using it. Of course, here we have a small feature comparison. You can see that FeatherPanel is overall better. It's a fully free product. The hosted and the enterprise are just for users. For example, hosted is just if you want us, the Mythical Systems team, to host a panel for you. That's gonna come very soon. I'm still working at it. It's gonna work through FeatherPanel Cloud, which already has nice integrations. And enterprise is for hostings that want us, the Feather development team, to port their Pterodactyl add-ons to FeatherPanel. As we do this, we really do port some plugins, and I have ported some plugins that I will be showing in this video that they work perfectly. Then, of course, old Pterodactyl eggs, they work. Migrating from Pterodactyl, it doesn't work. You should install FeatherPanel from zero. Yes, you can self-host FeatherPanel for free. Why does it make it faster? It's really from the ground up. Unlike other forks that just copy Pterodactyl and build on top of it, delete components and alter it, just rebuild it. Yes, we do support enterprise customers. We give support to enterprise customer 24/7. Of course, we have for buying customers support too, but that's like from 8 to 4 each weekday. Of course, we do support all the APIs and stuff like. I'm sorry for that. And of course, we do support stuff like the old Pterodactyl API with an add-on. You can download a plugin and you will have the old Pterodactyl API that you can use. Plugins are native in. They work without modifying core code, which also will allow you to upgrade your panel without losing the plugins that were installed. Blueprint doesn't do that, by the way. Also, FeatherPanel gets updates, like, you know what I mean? And it's really much better, much optimized, a better ecosystem, and we have a drag and drop builder for plugins coming very soon. What makes FeatherPanel different from Pterodactyl? As I said till now, it's a new panel from ground up. Here you can browse a few plugins. There are 3 plugins that I just finished. I have them in my downloads folder. I will be showing them today, and as soon as you might see this video, they might be already published. I'm not sure though. We have the Minecraft version manager, the Minecraft mod manager, and the Minecraft plugin manager. That's the plugins I've ported. This is for developers only. Crypt.io is to decrypt the database and encrypt the database, even more stronger, actually, much more stronger. And we have Pterodactyl Panel API, which just brings in the Pterodactyl Panel API back so you can use VHMS and other stuff. Of course, it works with Mythical Lash too, in case if you use Mythical Lash. Then we have a bunch of eggs, because FeatherPanel doesn't let you like search eggs online, blah blah blah. You have the own online repository where you can search everything. We should have everything like paper. Let's see, counter. I don't know, CS2. Oh, CS2 was here. We really support a lot of eggs. Anything that you can think of might be on the repository. If not, you can always publish your eggs. It's not that hard to publish an egg or a plugin. Here you'll always see the change logs. You can always see what we changed to the panel, and the latest update as I'm filming this video is 008 Aurora. This just makes the plugin system API be much better, hence I started making plugins now. And that's it, of course. Now, when you want to install them, FeatherPanel, make sure you have a clean VPS. You can install it on top of Pterodactyl, but I recommend once you install FeatherPanel, you fully switched it. You head over to the Get Started, and here you will have the installation command. Make sure to, before you do that, you run apt update and apt upgrade -yes, and then apt install curl and sudo in case if you don't have it installed. If you do, sudo su and head over and run the script. Of course, FeatherPanel supports Cloud for tunnels, but you can always go back with the default nginx configs, with default creating nginx configs, reverse proxies. Of course, that's supported by FeatherPanel. So let's install FeatherPanel this time with Cloud for tunnel, as it's much more secure, and I recommend you guys do that. Then let's do 0 for install panel. Then it will ask you, want to set up Cloud for tunnel? If you want to set up a Cloud for tunnel, you can say yes. If you don't and you don't want to use Cloud for tunnels, just say no, and you can use nginx, Apache, or nothing, and you will just reverse proxy your panel yourself. But we'll be going with Cloud for tunnels. You can either go fully automatic, which will require you to not touch your keyboard. You can just let it install, and it will install himself, and you have nothing to worry about. Now, in case if you're using a Cloudflare tunnel, make sure you are logged inside Cloudflare. You head over to your My Profile, head over to API tokens, and you head over to global API key, click view, enter the password, and you will get your token. After that, make sure to head over to your active organization where your domain is located at. In case if you don't see this page, it means you don't have multiple Cloudflare accounts. Then head over to the domain where you want to install FeatherPanel to. I will be using mythical.top. Head over to SSL and TLS. Head over to overview. Head over to configure. And make sure it's full strict or of non-secure. I recommend you guys use full strict. Then head over to security and security rules. Here create, click the button create rule, IP access rule. And here, of course it's a country, but you can paste IPs. Make sure you paste every IP that you own, like every node, every VPS. Make sure you add them. Make sure to click on allow and make sure to click all websites in this account and give it a name and create it. This will allow the panel and the wings to talk to each other, even if your website is under attack, and Cloudflare won't like make sense to add stuff. After you have done that, head over back to the home page and you will see here Zero Trust. Make sure to click on it. After that, if you have access to it and it didn't ask for anything for you to do, head over to the tunnels and make sure you have access to this page and make sure you can click the create tunnel button. If you can do that, it means you have an active Cloudflare Zero Trust subscription. If you don't, it's free of charge. I recommend you guys do it. Of course, I think you will have to fill in your credit card data, but Cloudflare won't take a single dime of your account as those paid features are for something else. Of course, if you don't want to use Cloudflare tunnels, that's okay. If you don't have Cloudflare, that's also okay. Just go on with Nginx. But I will be going on with Cloudflare. Now we'll use the full automatic option. Then let's enter up our Cloudflare email. Make sure this is really your Cloudflare email. Let me grab my API token now. Be right back. Then make sure to enter up the API key and press enter. Then head over to your Cloudflare. No, not to your Cloudflare, to your DNS manager, and think at the domain. We are going to be using fpanel.mythical.top. Press enter, and now lay back. FeatherPanel will just install itself, and we'll be coming right back when we are done with it. Just note that there's nothing gonna happen right now. You can just even like minimize the terminal or watch it. It's just gonna install FeatherPanel. After like 5 minutes, I think, I have to look, we will see that FeatherPanel is installed. Well, not the FeatherPanel, but the tech stack, Docker. And now it's like building the panel. It's gonna say downloading the FeatherPanel, and now it's gonna say this menu, and it's now gonna like download the FeatherPanel itself. This might take like 2 minutes too, so we will be right back. After that, we'll see, or maybe you won't see this menu, but if you do, make sure to select the organization where your domain is located at. This can be also viewed above here if you're inside the domain already, inside the DNS or anywhere. This ID should match this ID right here. Make sure to select the right one and press enter. Now it should have, as we see, it's gonna say using a tunnel ID, configure DNS rules. It will do that. Then it will write the Cloudflare config settings that FeatherPanel installer might use later. Then it will say setting up the Cloudflare tunnel. Docker is installed. Cloudflare tunnel complete. And installation completed. Important. Panel might take up to 5 minutes. Blah 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 blah. No 5 minutes for us. We are just gonna go for it. Yes, 5 minutes for us. We should have gone for it. This takes a bit to initialize. You can run Docker PS and see how if the tunnel has started. This might take a bit. We'll be coming right back. Lesson learned. Do wait those 5 minutes, as if you don't, that will happen. After waiting like 5 minutes, it has worked, surprisingly. Just wait the minutes, I guess. Now we can head over to our panel as you saw. We can sign up with the first account. Make sure to use secure passwords. Please, for the love of God, use passwords that you don't reuse, because if someone gets to your panel, as in Pterodactyl and as in any place, you will have full access to the panel, and you can do a lot of things. But as we see, we have FeatherPanel installed, and it's really nice. And the first thing that I like to do when I enter FeatherPanel is choose a background picture and enable a Mac dock. It just looks prettier. Now head over to the administrative area, head over to locations, because we're gonna set up firstly go on to the dashboard, and you will see this, whoa, app URL mismatch detected, blah 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 blah. This, all that means, of course, ignore this warning too. This is just that you can customize the dashboard, which is really nice. Clicking down will hide a widget. Head over to the settings page, and here just make sure to correct this with your panel URL, else Wings might not work. I will be showing you how to change and how to get the app dark URL and stuff like that. To change that stuff, you have to go to change like the icon to have a permanent URL that won't expire. Head over to images, head over to upload image and name it logo, dark, logo white, or however you want to name it. Then choose your logo. I will be using my profile picture, because why not? One side I can't. Then head over to this button called copy, and head over to settings, and make sure to replace those logos. And make sure to also set your time zone to be right. That's gonna use Vienna. And here put in your Discord URL. This is just for users that need help. And we'll be calling this Kutzu host, because why not? And then let's save the changes. Then let's wait for the app to reload. As you see, it already changed the file icon. We have a nice name. We can enable turnstile. This is like CAPTCHA for Pterodactyl. We can disable registration from here. We have over here an email server, and we have some other customizations. This should match your real apps terms and stuff like that. Of course, you can customize the mail templates from over here. You can customize them, you can preview them, how they look. No one's stopping you from clicking the edit button and modifying the content. And you can also send a mass email to all your users. This is helpful too. You can also have the redirect links. This will be on top of here. So like if you do /discord, it will redirect to your Discord. So if you do Discord, you can redirect them to https discord.mythical.systems. And this is the URL that you can give away. And then you can click redirect. You can copy it. Let's launch Incognito. Then wait. And you will see you will be redirecting to Discord. And it redirects us to the right place. In this case, it opened my Discord. Wow. So you can take advantage of that too. And here, in case if you want to have eggs, we're gonna name them like sys2 egg. No, or let's name them sys2, just sys2 for CSGO, because we're gonna launch a CSGO server. And let's upload the image. I will be showing you what you can do with this. And let's also name this MC for Minecraft. If you have any Minecraft pictures, here we do. And we're gonna copy them. And you're gonna see later what you can do with them. Then let's create the first node. Of course, we have permissions. You can handle permissions. And here we have our beloved plugin systems with the plugin systems. With the plugins. I will be showing you 2 plugins that I will be uploading from here. But first, let's create the first realm, which are just nests. Head over to create realm, name it Minecraft related, and just name Minecraft spells. We call them spells. They are eggs, actually. Then click this button. Here you can either import your egg from Pterodactyl. Nothing will stop you from importing a Pterodactyl egg. Or create your own if you know how to do that. Or just use our online repository and let's just search and download paper. Why not? I will be using paper, as I like paper. And in case you want to use bungee cord, or however the heck is spelled, or waterfall. Where is it? Waterfall, exactly. And I think what the kids are using right now are Velocity. So I guess we can use them. And as you can see, it's gonna be installed. And we are gonna be creating another realm, CS2. And let's also download the CSGO app, CS2 egg. And now why we have done that, if you head over to images and we're gonna copy this banner, then head over back to realms, head over to the spells, edit this and replace the banner URL and click on save. That's what that's gonna do in the server list cards. Here the spells icon are gonna show. So that's gonna be really nice. You're gonna see how it's gonna look. So now let's create the first location. Let's name it Germany. Just name it whatever the heck you want, actually. Then head over to nodes, click on create node. And now head over back to your server terminal, head over back to the FeatherPanel page, click again on get started, and make sure to copy this comment. This is in case you want to install FeatherWings automatically. Make sure you have Docker installed first, or else you can use the installing FeatherWings in case if this is on another host and you much rather install them yourself. Because this is on the same VM, I'm just gonna do that like this. Make sure you create an SSL certificate first. So press 2 and make sure you use create certificate HTTP standalone if this is a node, or you set up amca.ch in case if you know how to do that. Make sure you do 0 in case you don't have throughput installed, because if you don't have throughput installed, you might get issues like the like throughput stuff isn't installed. So make sure you do that on the nodes. I will be modifying the installer so you can use the installer on nodes too. So let's go 2 and let's go 1. And here we will name the wings. We are just gonna do D1. No, let's name it germ1.mythical.top. Head over to your Cloudflare or to your favorite DNS. Wait for this to finish. You're gonna see here a small tutorial on what you have to do. In case if you have IPv6, it's also gonna show the IPv6, which is really cool. Make sure to copy the IP address. Head over here. Make sure you paste the IP address, and here copy the germ1 prefix. Make sure proxy status is disabled for nodes though, as Wings doesn't talk on port 80 and it talks over 8080. Same for SFTP. Then just click enter. Now wait. It should do this. Done. As you see, we have a SSL certificate. Now just click on this installer, do 1 for installing Wings, and now do 0 for installing Wings. Then it's gonna list us available certificates. You need a certificate to run Wings if your panel is already on SSL. So make sure to paste this over here too. Let's name it Germany 1. You don't have to fill in the description, and let's just say yes that we're gonna proceed with a FeatherWings installation. It's installed. Now we don't have to worry about that. Now click on next. Here you can configure the Feather daemon directory. I recommend you let it be. You can set up your memory allocation. You can leave it default. If you leave it to 0, it's just not gonna use limits, which is okay. Daemon ports, of course, daemon FTP port is just like introdactyl if it's in maintenance, and what the upload size limit is. Head over to create. It will take a bit. After that, head over to the edit button and you will have here Wings config. click on copy config, head over to your VM again, into nano etc FeatherPanel config YML, paste in the config, and then run systemctl restart feather wings. Make sure it's feather wings and not wings. Wings isn't an option over here. And as we see, we have it online. If you click on the eye, you can see it's online. We can see the system info. It's version 1.0.1. You can see the utilization, which is really nice. We can see Docker, what Docker says. You can also clean unused images in case if you want to get some space back. And we also have networking, which is going to show our public IPs and stuff like that. Then let's create the allocations. Click that button that you saw over there and click on create allocation. Here select the IP address and here select the range. If you just want to open one port at a time, just enter the port, or if you want to open a bunch of them, just open like the range, like 25665, the default port for Minecraft, 25700. And of course you can give it an AP alias or none and head over to create. You don't have to give it an AP alias, which a couple of panels do ask for that. After that, we have the nodes. You can set up databases. Do note that if you're going to install databases, you are going to be alone because you have to manually install MariaDB on your server. As you might see right now, MySQL is not installed as everything runs in Docker, which is more safe. FeatherPanel does support MySQL, Postgres, and MariaDB. Has support for Postgres as well, which Pterodactyl doesn't, which is really nice that FeatherPanel does. And I will be trying to recode the feature again where you can create Redis databases and other databases types. But for now, we're just gonna let it be like this. Now let's create the first server. Let's name it Bungie. Let's create it proxy. Let's name it testing. Let's give in our user. Let's select the location that we just created. This is full user experience GUI because I think it's much cooler than having normal dropdowns. Then let's select Minecraft and let's select the Bungie cord. You can customize those fields if you want. We are just gonna give them unlimited resources with 0. 0 means unlimited. And we are just gonna give it also unlimited futures. Then head over to create server and it has created the server. Now we're also gonna create a normal paper server. Paper, and we're just gonna say paper server. We're just gonna create me. We're gonna use the same location, and we're gonna use the same node. We're gonna use the next default location. Let's select Minecraft again, and this time let's select paper. Of course, here we have to select the latest Java version. That's a bug with the egg. We can customize those if you want. We're just gonna let them be default again. And we're gonna give it oopsie unlimited futures again. And head over to create server again. Now it should create the servers. Of course, in FeatherPanel you can hide columns that you don't want to see in case you don't want to see created. And you don't want to see, let's say, status, which sometimes doesn't work. You can just hide them. And it's gonna remember your changes till you log out. Then head over to your servers. Of course, you can create folders. You can create folder and name it My Network. This is for better management. Right-click the server and sort them in the folder you want. You can also delete folders. And if you want to use, you can use the normal classic list view. As you see, we have the banner of the egg, the logo of the egg over here, which looks really nice. Then let's start the server. The Bungie cord is corrupt. What I see, that's a problem with the egg. That's also present in Pterodactyl. We are going to be installing our first FeatherPanel plugin now. We can install the Pterodactyl panel API, which is going to bring us the old API for Pterodactyl. Click on install. and you're gonna see it right here, API keys v2, and now you can create API keys for the pterodactyl API, and you're gonna see it's gonna have the normal pterodactyl API. This is only, of course, this is only for using like old software like VHMS and stuff like that. It's gonna work pretty well. Now let's gonna install the plugins that were ported. Let's gonna install the plugin manager. I will be publishing this plugin soon, so everyone can download it. Then let's install the Minecraft version manager. Those are paid plugins, so you will have to get them from Build by Bit. They're gonna show in the online repository, but they're gonna show like purchase and their price. And let's install the mod manager too. Why not? Let's have this too. It's just a demo on showing how FeatherPanel can create stuff and port stuff too. Nice, we have them installed. Now we can go to our proxy and we're gonna see the plugins are installed. We can click on version manager and let's install the bungee cord again. Click on bungee cord, click on the latest, select the latest build, and we're gonna wipe the server files. Click on install, and it's gonna say server join installed successfully. Also, what this does, it will always show you what version you have installed. And in case if there's a new version, it's gonna say, hey, new version for this thing. Of course, this is a paid add-on. This is gonna be like 10 euros, which is gonna be much cheaper than Pterodactyl because we want people to switch to FeatherPanel. Then let's start the server. Let's see, did it download? Of course, we forgot to change the server file because now it's called server.jar. Head over to startup and let's name it server.jar. And let's click on Save Changes. Now let's start. There we go. We have the first server running in FeatherPanel. We have some cool features like upload logs to MC logs, and you're gonna get a cool link with your server logs. Really nice. So you can like share logs much easier. In case if you're sending comments to the server, like PL, I think it's guild list. You can have the history of the comments that were run on this server. You can use it or you can copy it. This is really nice. Of course, you can use the classic pterodactyl arrows trick. In case if you did know, you can use your keyboard arrows to go to this list. And of course, we have mods. In case if you want to install mods, this is the FeatherPanel mod manager. You can select Modded and CurseForge. If you want to use CurseForge, you have to go to your admin area again. Of course, you can access the admin area from down here, but I added it to the main dashboard too because it was much easier to access. Then click on Configure, and here you'll see CurseForge API key, get this key from blah blah blah, and then click on Save Settings in case you want your users to use that. Then let's go over to Paper and let's install Paper. Of course, I think it's already installed. Let's install it again though. We'll wipe server files. Let's install Paper now. Done. It has installed. Let's click on Start. This failed because in the startup command we have this specific flag, which we already set it to 0. I recommend you guys either remove this or configure it the right way. At the end of the day, giving a server full memory access is not a good idea. So now let's start it again. Now it's going to download the right jar. And in 3, 2, 1, it's going to show, hey, the EULA agreement that FeatherPanel has. It looks better in FeatherPanel than in the pterodactyl. Of course, you have to read full EULA and you can accept it. This is a small issue. It might say I have failed to confirm that the server has started, even though the EULA was confirmed. And as you can see, boom, we have EULAs. And that GUI, we have 4 more custom GUIs for PID limit, in case there is the process limit. And we have one more to detect wrong Java versions. Now let's try the plugin manager. Let's install from, we support quite a few marketplaces. We support Polymart, Spigot MC, Hangar, CurseForge, which you need the API key, and Modded. You're just gonna install log perms, hence every server needs log perms. Installing plugin. It installed the velocity version. I recommend you guys be careful what you install, and Modeth is known to provide more releases. I like to use Spy.mc more. Let's click on download from here. I'm gonna say installing plugin. Hope it's gonna download it. Of course, it's not gonna work again. If this happens, it's just that some speaker resources actually don't allow download anymore, and they redirect you to versions of others. Hangar is another cool place. It's really not an issue related to FeatherPanel or the plugin system itself or the plugin itself. It's really an issue with the marketplaces that this issue is also present in FeatherPanel as you see in Productive Panel. As you see for this, it installed the right way. We are just gonna delete the plug burns velocity because this is useless. But if you go over to the files and if you go in plugins, you will see it's gonna be installed as it should. We have also mod manager to install mods, which works. Done. We have it installed over here, and it should have already created the mods directory. Of course, this only works for mods. But this is how to install FeatherPanel, and this is one of the first 3 add-ons that I'm gonna be releasing very soon with FeatherPanel, and this is really what FeatherPanel can do. And I hope you guys really like the panel. I will be making much more tutorials on FeatherPanel, and it's really a fun panel to use. And of course, it's an alpha, but it's already, as I saw, stable. No bugs found till now. Of course, it has some UI inconsistencies issues, but that's why we release updates like weekly or even daily. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you really gonna give FeatherPanel a try, and see you soon. Bye bye.